Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're essentially just gonna be talking about like how we met, our story and all that, because I just think because of the fact that I was so against being in a relationship, so against having a man, I was like such a big man hater. Rightfully so. I understand why a lot of people were like kind of shocked that I ended up in a relationship, and there were a lot of questions. This is Juicy.
It's me.
Real name is Justice.
Yeah, it's
a very unique name.
It's spelled weird too. Justus.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I feel like we have two different versions of how we kind of got connected. So your version of how we met, how we got connected.
So my side of the story. So I was at work, right? I was at work, and one of my trainers, who's a friend of hers, fun fact, my best friend, and another friend of mine who is a trainer at the gym that I work at. They've known her for years. I've seen her in the gym before. I was like, oh, she's pretty. Like, she seems so sweet. Like, that sounds so nice. And then, one day, the trainer was like, hey, can you spot me on this bench press? I want to try and max out. And I was like, sure, might as well. She's like, I'm going to post it on my story. I was like, fine, whatever. I get back, and I spot her. I spot our trainer, and she posted on her story, and a couple days go by. I walk into work, and she's like, I have good news for you. And I was like, what? Like, did you sell something? Did you make some money? Did you do something cool? She's like, no, there's a girl. And I was like, okay. She's like, it's my friend Nat. And I was like, oh, I was just asking about her. I said she was cute. And she's like, yeah, she just shows me the DM.
Oh, I told her not to show the actual
so
DM
because
I didn't want to come off as like,
damn, get that girl some water.
Oh my
I'm
God.
totally kidding. And so, and I was like, oh, no way. And she was just saying like, hey, who's that? Theoretically, right? We won't expose a little lose it with Nat over
I
here.
I was like, oh girl, who's that with the eyes emoji?
Yeah.
I was like,
tell him I need a spot too. And then I was like, sheesh. I mean, I'm a trainer. Let's do it. I'll spot her. But no, so I was like, should I follow her on Instagram? Like, she's like, yeah, of course. You should just follow her on Instagram. So I followed her on Instagram. I had already been following her like main account because she had been around the area and I knew about her for a while. Which she did not like. But I had watched her.
I was really hoping that he didn't know I was like a creator or an influencer because,
Keep in mind, right? So keep in mind, when I was at the gym, I was the manager at the gym when she kind of started her weight loss journey seriously. She wasn't super, super big or anything like that. She was just posted with my trainer, and I was like, cool, they're friends. And then my friend Tyler.
Yeah, I had like no like followers on Instagram
it was
like that. Barely on TikTok, maybe like 30,000 on
Keep in mind, this was like 4 years ago, right? Like, this is not any time recent. This is like within 4 years ago. But long story short, I end up following her personal account, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? I heard you need a spot. Moment of silence for the game.
And mind you, it was funny to me because I was like 1 week post-op for my arm surgery.
She was cooked.
This
was fresh. This was open at the time.
There was no way that I was going to be benching. I barely started benching like this week again, like alone. Yeah. But that was funny. It's funny that's how.
Yeah, and so I was like, cool. That's a cool easy in. And then she responded. She gives me her number. And I was like, genuinely was gonna plan like a little gym date or something like that. So I was like, hey, this is fun, you know?
Yeah.
Then she's like, I can't move. I was like, interesting. And so I was like, we can eat though. And so we went out to eat, and it was a lot of fun. We first time meeting each other ever, really really sitting down and talking like we had heard about each other, and I probably heard about her a little bit more. So I had somewhat of an understanding of who she was from my friends.
Like we've talked in the gym casually, but not like.
Yeah, it was just like, hi, welcome in.
Yeah,
that was it. So then we ended up staying. We ended up staying in the restaurant until it was closed. Unknowingly, it was a lot of fun.
We were the only ones. We were the only ones for like an hour. Yeah, until we got kicked out.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then after, we just listened to music and just hung out, and we were like, this is a good vibe. Planned another one, and that's all she wrote. We've just been rolling ever since. That's my perception. Now, she's going to tell you that she found me on the side of the road somewhere with a broken leg. And she's going to... I'm just kidding.
You know, I'm obviously friends with our mutual friend who's the trainer at that gym, and I saw you on her story, and I was like, oh, what a handsome man. But I was thinking it could have gone two ways. I was like, this could be someone like she's seeing, or it could be someone that's just like she just knows. She was like, oh, this is, you know, my district manager or whatever, like blah blah blah. And then she put the eyes emoji. It's like, oh girl, he's cute. She's like, hold on, let me work some magic really quick. I did not prompt that at all. I did not. I was like, oh, he's cute. Like, I was not like, oh, like looking for anything. I was just like, oh, he's cute. I was like, I told her, I was like, don't make me look like a weirdo, because I feel like that's so creepy. Like, that's kind of like creepy vibes from a girl. Like, I don't know. Were you creeped out at all?
No. I mean,
You're like, whatever.
yeah, no.
Happens
You
all the
seem
time
sweet.
to you.
Not all the time. I'm
Happens
just
all the time. I didn't want to come off as a weirdo, so I literally told her, don't show him these messages. Just tell him, I don't know, whatever.
She
do
wanted
whatever
to-
you want to do. And
She
yeah, I
wanted to
guess.
soft launch the weirdness. This chick is
Anyways,
absolutely nuts.
I was like, yeah, just tell him like I need a spot or something. And then later that day, you sent me a DM. And mind you, the first DM was not, do you need a spot? I almost didn't reply to the very first DM.
Oh, I just hit it with the eyes.
Because he just
Yeah.
messaged me with the eyes emoji.
Hell
and I was
yeah.
like, what the heck? But then, like, my two mutual friends, like, told me, like, dude, he's such a cool guy. Like, he's so nice. And even before our first date, they were saying, like, oh, I could really see, like, you guys meshing well together. I feel like you guys, like, would compliment each other well and all that stuff. And I was like, really? And I was, like, super skeptical. But I was like, yeah, like, I'll go on a date with him. I remember even telling my best friend Allison, I said, I really don't want to start liking him or anything. Like, I'm not, like, I don't think that's going to happen, but I'll go on a date with him. Like, he's cute. Like, let's just see. I don't know. And then I didn't let him out of my sight after that date. I went to a nice Italian restaurant like a few days later after you got my number.
Yeah. I got in a car accident on the way there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Insane.
Okay.
Insane.
Okay, we have to talk about that. So,
Oh, dude.
on our first date, I was almost thinking like, okay, there's already like bad signs happening because he was like, okay, first of all, I'm very like a punctual person. I don't like being late to things. I don't like it when people are late. That's actually one of my
Full
pet peeves.
disclosure, me too, okay? Me too.
That's what you say.
I really...
But you were
tried.
late to our first date.
I know.
Anyways,
Okay,
so
back to the story, please.
so that is such my pet peeve, and I feel like first impressions are everything. You know what I mean? So, I mean, obviously, everything worked out, but I was kind of like, annoyed at first because he's like, oh, my barber's running behind. I'm gonna be kind of late, and it was like gonna be like, I think like 15-20 minutes. It wasn't anything crazy, right?
I think at first it was going to be like 5 minutes. I just didn't want her like waiting that long. So I gave her a heads up. Because my
Yeah.
barber was a bit behind with the person in front of me.
And yeah,
I was
that's
early to the
fair.
ad appointment, but the actual person in front of me took a little bit longer. Shout out to my boy. It's not your fault. I get it.
So I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, that gives me extra time to get ready. Like, it is. I was still getting ready because you're like 20 minutes from me. So, and then after that, he calls me and he's like, I just got in a car accident.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, are you okay?
Okay.
I was like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, but I'm still coming. Like, don't worry, I'll be there. It's just a little fender bender.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I was
oh
in
my
a parking
God.
lot. I was in a parking lot.
I think he was so nervous to come see
100%.
me.
And I
he
had to-
just hit someone.
I had the address plugged in. We swiped each other just on the side of our car. Everything was fine. I didn't even file an insurance claim. It was not that serious. So it's okay. It's okay. But yes. And then I called her immediately. Here's
Yeah,
what
you
saved
did.
me. Here's the trick. Is I was going to be late. But I still wanted to go. And I still felt really bad because I was going to be late. I sent her my location to the end of the night.
Yeah.
Off the rip. Right? I'm like, F word. Bleep. Sorry. I don't want her to feel like I am playing her right now. So here, I promise you, here's where I'm at. Here's my location shared to the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it worked out.
Yeah. And then you came to my door, you had flowers for me. You were so nice that whole night. And then yeah, I just felt like we just started. I was really nervous at first, but I felt like we were able to talk about a lot, and then we just couldn't stop talking to the point that like we got kicked out of the restaurant because there was like just us for an hour.
Yeah.
They gave us free dessert, and they were kind of like, you guys gotta go. Like, we were closed an hour ago, and like, I always kind of had the mindset, like, okay, a first date should be, like, short and sweet. Like, that's always how I've kind of, like, my mindset has been, like, this is not, like, but, like, we just kept talking. Like, we just didn't want to stop hanging out, which was kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was like 4 hours or
Dude,
something
we
like
just,
that.
yeah, and then
was a
we
long
saw
time.
each other again, like, a couple days later.
Got a matcha flights.
Yeah, like, literally, like, was it
Yeah,
the next day?
it was like a couple days later.
It was
yeah,
like 2
with
days,
a day
I
or two
think.
later. Yeah. It was matcha flights, and then that was the only plan. And then we decided
And
to
then we
go
got
get
Mexican
lunch,
food.
and then we went on a walk, and then we went and got ice cream, and next thing you know, it was like 8 hours, a whole work shift.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. It was cool. And then we went to the movies like the day after. It just never stopped.
Yeah, and we never stopped hanging out.
Yeah.
But, like, after the second date, I kind of, like, just had this, like, feeling. Like, I was like, I feel like I met my person
Oh.
after the second date.
So
Like, I remember, like, thinking that. And I remember thinking, like, dude, this is crazy. Like, you don't know this person. You don't know this man. Like, you don't know him.
Yeah,
But I also felt like when I met you, like, oh, I've known you.
Yeah. It was nice. It was because I felt pretty comfortable too off the bat. You know, I don't know if you guys can understand this feeling. It's like, I'm sure some of you do, where you just like, you hang out with somebody and you're just like, oh yeah, this person's going to be a main character in the story. You know what I mean? Like you meet people and they're like NPCs. You meet side characters, but then you meet some people and you're just like, you're there. You're on the team. That's how it felt. It was cool.
Yeah.
Because they're a pretty tight circle that I've known for a really long time. So it's cool when you meet someone new, especially in a romantic sense.
Yeah.
And then, like, you feel, like, immediately you're like, yeah.
I think, like, within the first week, I feel like we had a lot of conversations that I think a lot of couples, like, don't have right away, or they wait, or they're scared. Like, I honestly feel like we talked about everything, and there wasn't one thing that we weren't, like, super aligned with,
Yeah.
which was nice, because I was really nervous to say some things like, hey, this is how I feel about this, this is how I feel about this, and honestly, it was like just like a breath of fresh air. And then when he would say things that he was scared to tell me, I'd be like, no, like, I feel the same way. So I think, like, both ways, it was just like
And
nice.
we really covered all the bases. I think on the second day, we talked about politics and religion.
I was like, let's get it out of the way.
And all
Like, how we
kinds of
wanna raise our-
socioeconomic problems, everything that we could think of without
Yeah.
getting too in depth. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we
no.
talked
If
about
if
literally
it
everything.
offends somebody, we had talked about it
Yeah.
that day. If it would offend someone that you know, it was discussed.
Yeah.
And it was no holds barred too, because honestly,
We both were like, we're not going to waste each other's time.
yeah.
So let's be super direct with what we want, with how we feel, with how we think. Because I was straight up like, look, I wasted like a lot of my years with the wrong people. And like, I'm not, like, I've been alone for a while. Like, I don't have interest in wasting not even like a week of my time.
Yeah.
So this is this. You either like it or you don't.
No, I think we both went into it with that same mentality of just like,
Yeah.
what's the point? You know what I mean? Worst
Yeah.
case scenario, one or the other sucks, and then we go right back to where we were a week ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
She doesn't need me. I don't need her. But we
Yeah.
want. And
Yeah.
want is good.
And then the best case scenario would have been we are aligned and it worked out, and I feel like
Fast forward.
Everything worked out, and I think that's how a lot of people should operate. I feel like a lot of people, why they struggle with dating is because they're focusing on how the other person is going to react or if the other person likes them, instead of focusing on, okay, let me be true to myself, let me be committed to myself, and also let me just be committed on finding a genuine like connection. Like, focus on the connection versus like how the other person's going to perceive you, or like how the other person is going to react. Because if you're doing things based off of how you want someone else to react, that's manipulation.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, that is manipulation. I don't
If
care
you're
what you
scared-
say. Like, just be honest with yourself.
Yeah, you feel like a lot of the time people are scared to have certain conversations because they're more focused on trying to get someone to like them
Yeah.
than seeing if they like you. Like, actually.
Yeah,
So-
like, why? Like, I was focused on, do I like you, not if you like me
Yeah,
or not,
exactly.
because this
It was
is
the
me. And for me, it was more important for me to, like, be my full self, because if there was anything that you didn't like, I would want to know that right away and not waste my own time and also not waste your time. I was super big on that because it's like I'm not wasting your time just as much as I'm not wasting my own.
It's true.
And I think on date one, we like talked about everything.
Yeah.
Literally, even on date one.
Here's a trick. Another trick, guys.
I was
gotta
like, I
just
don't want
say-
any more kids.
You just got to say, yeah, exactly what it is, and just explain. You cannot offend me.
Yeah,
at all.
You can't offend him.
And
This
so
person does not get offended. All the hate comments.
I love them. Like, honest to goodness, like it's hilarious to me. So I really appreciate you guys' feedback, even if you hate me. Honestly, I think it's funny, and
Probably want to get to know you a bit more. I feel like everyone knows everything about me. So who is Justice? Who is Juicy? And how is he the capture of Nat's cold heart?
capture
Of my
the
cold
space
heart.
heater
Oh my
in
God.
your void of sadness within.
Yeah. How old are you?
I just turned 29.
Yeah.
Just turned
So
29.
we're
Same age.
we're the same age.
Same age. So we're actually in an age gap relationship because
We're
she's
6 months
she's
apart.
6 months younger than me. So
Do you have children?
I do 2 beautiful babies. I love them. I have a
So-
boy and a girl. My daughter is the oldest. My son is the youngest, obviously. 6 and 2 or 6 and 4. My bad.
Mendito's 8 this
Right,
year.
like 2 years. 2. It's like perfect,
And
honestly.
all the same zodiac sign. So they're all
Oh,
kind of crazy.
3 Leos if you're into that.
And we're 2 earth signs.
I'm a Taurus.
3. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people say Virgo and Taurus like go together. Like we're both super calm, super chill earth signs.
Yeah.
So it works. We have never even gotten into an argument about anything. We're both like really chill. I get irritable sometimes. I get really hangry. And I do get sassy and I do act like a brat sometimes, but I feel like you like just you handle it. You're like she's a brat sometimes, but I love her still.
My problem is that I don't take much seriously, if I'm being honest. So I rage bait her so hard. And sometimes it's intentional, and sometimes it's not. See this little scowl right here?
I don't find it funny because he jokes about other women.
Oh yeah, by like Big Bertha or like something ridiculous. Like it's usually things that are completely outlandish.
Okay, I do want to touch on another thing that I feel like I constantly get. I actually got a comment about it this morning. It's like, but someone said, test him by gaining all your weight back. First of all, I would never, like, that is, like, something that I will never allow to happen again in my life because I spent, like, my entire life, like, overweight. And another thing that people don't realize is something that we talked about and that we kind of, like, related, yes, there's something we related about is that he also has gone through his own weight loss journey.
Yeah.
He knows what it's like to be overweight. He knows what it's like to be like the fat kid in school. He was bullied for it. So he understands what it's like to go through that transformation himself.
Grew up as a big boy, so shout out to all the big boys out there. You get picked on a lot, and so she related on that. She understood that, and you know, I came from the same place. I've lost like almost 90 pounds. Not nearly as much as her. She's a superhero. I'm just regular, but it's cool. So
Any
we
amount
understand.
of weight loss is great.
Yeah, no,
and 90
it was
pounds
good.
is a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was
That's
a good
a
amount.
lot, yeah.
Gained a little bit since we got together, though.
It's happy weight.
It's happy weight. It does happen.
It's okay.
But we're building a gym
Yeah.
in the garage.
And we do have an announcement. I guess we'll end the video with this announcement.
The
I know
cliffhanger.
I know people think we're probably crazy for doing this, but
We are for sure.
I've always heard the saying, when you know, and I always thought, like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, you just met this person. I always thought people like that were kind of delusional and just not thinking clearly and not in the right state of mind. But now that I've experienced, I feel like when you know, like, there's not an ounce in my body that just is not unsure of this. Like, I feel like my nervous system is just, like, super relaxed, and I'm just like, yep, this is it. This is what's making me happy. This is what I want, and that's that. So, we moved in together.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, you guys could judge me for this. I moved in with her. Okay.
So to be fair, he's a homeowner. I'm not a homeowner. He did offer for me to go there and then me end my lease here, but honestly, I've moved around so much. I'm not leaving here. and it's in his best interest to sell anyways.
Yeah, for
That
sure.
place would not be big enough for all 3 of our children.
It would be just barely
It would
big enough.
be, yeah, it would be barely. And I have a lot of stuff. Like, I don't think I'd be able to have this beauty room over there. And I was pretty, like, set on, I'm not leaving where I'm at now unless I'm buying a house in my own name. And that could be something we do together. But either if you want to live with me, you're going to have to come here and be here.
And it feels totally normal, actually. Like, it
Yeah.
feels like, it doesn't feel...
Like, I was like, I'm not leaving. I'm sorry. Like,
there was
I know
no culture shock or anything either. Like, it homey already.
It feels like home here.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Because home is a person.
Home is where my
like an energy. It's
PC
not,
is.
and your PC's here.
And the PC's here.
Yeah, so it just made the most sense
Yeah.
to come here, and obviously, like, we're probably gonna be here until we buy our own house together. But of course, nowadays that's really hard to do.
It's ridiculous,
So we'll
especially in
see.
California. Oh my God, it's
Where we live, it's very easy for a house to be over $1 million. So I just think right now it just makes the most sense, obviously, for us to like rent. Yeah, we are living together, and I think a lot of feedback is like, wow, like that's really soon. So my family's concerned about like his intentions with me, but like
I'm just
I'm
a
not
dude.
concerned at all.
you know,
Like
just-
you've shown me with your actions like what you're about, and I've never done anything to make me feel like you have any weird intentions with me,
I
and
don't
I
blame you.
wouldn't
It's like-
allow that anyways. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I've
and-
been through so much. Like I'm like
With
I'm
having
only
kids-
having a real man around me who makes my life better, who's improving my life. That's what I
Yeah.
that's what I want. That's what I've been getting.
And keep
so.
in mind, right? It's like I have 2 kids. You know what I mean? It's like it would be silly.
We're almost 30.
Yeah, exactly. Almost 30. I have 2 of my own kids, so it's like
Yeah.
I have my own risk level too, where it's like we're gonna have our kids and everything together and whatnot. If I thought you were insane or like just toxic or
Don't think
whatever,
I'm insane.
I think you're
Or
crazy, but I don't think you're insane. But no, it's like, you know, there's risks on both sides that I think is
Yeah.
just like higher risk for me because I'm having 2 kids instead of like, and then I'm moving all my stuff over here, you know. So
Yeah,
it's
I could kick you to the curb.
exactly no, really, it's
No.
spooky, guys. It's spooky.
He's on the lease now, so
Yeah.
I can't just do that
I mean,
usually, even
technically,
if I wanted to.
technically you could.
Because it was time to renew it, so I was like, hey, this is like the perfect time. And we also thought about what makes the most sense for the kids, and we didn't want them moving in the middle of the school year,
Yeah.
so we wanted to have it done before school starts
Yeah, it just kind of made
because
sense.
they're all school aged.
And keep in mind, we're both fully aware that this is a quick move. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like we're going into this without any type of thought
talked
or
about it.
deliberation or processing or anything like that. Like,
We
it's,
talked about everything. We're like, so this is how
Yeah.
we're gonna operate. This is how things are gonna work. And I just think we just work so well together. It's almost like when I ask you things, you're like, that's a stupid question. Like, yes, that's
yeah,
fine.
just do it.
Or like,
And the same thing with me.
yeah, you're like, you ask me things, I'm like, yeah. Like, but I think we're both used to having like different partners,
Without
and not
getting
in a
too
bad
into
way,
it, yeah.
not in a bad way, but like it's just new to us, you know. We're just
Yeah.
it's a new relationship, so there's a learning curve and some things that we have to unlearn as well, which is fine.
Some
It's
things are
normal.
suspiciously easy. Like, actually, I think with the compatibility thing, I think it's one thing that you do notice right very quickly, at least for me, was...
It shouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
Relationship shouldn't feel super
And it's-
hard. It shouldn't feel like a lot of work to like keep the relationship. It should just be something that flows and something that's
Yeah.
natural.
Really, no, honestly, like, it just feels normal. Like, and people tend to romanticize, like, a really solid connection, but at the same time, it's like, the more regular you could feel, the better it is, honestly. Just, like, you don't have
Yeah.
to, there's no mask, there's no
Yeah, I'm
pretending, just
no.
existing, and everything's
Yeah,
okay.
You shouldn't have to pretend anything with the right
Don't.
person.
Don't put up with it.
And this is something that I say because I feel like you came from a very healthy relationship, something very normal, where I came from like a lot of toxic stuff. So I feel like when I say like unlearning, I feel like that's mostly like for me, like my own triggers.
Yeah.
But from what I will say is like when you're with the right person, you're just gonna feel like a very like strong sense of calmness. You
Yeah.
won't be scared to tell them anything. You won't be afraid to be yourself.
It's not nervousness. Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
and the more that you're yourself, the more you feel the connection grow, which I think is a good sign that you're with the right person. I feel like the more you're kind of nervous to say things, but you just do it anyways, and you guys end up getting closer, I think that's just a good sign. When you're with the wrong person, any little thing, it's like the relationship's unstable.
They have to tiptoe
You know
around
what I mean?
something.
Or you can't be yourself,
Yeah.
or like there's things that you want to say and you can't say it because you know how they are. A lot of unlearning for me, what I have to do.
I can't say there's not a lot of unlearning necessarily, but like learning for me. It's just like learning how you operate.
Yeah. I feel like it's been the big change for me being like independent.
Yes.
And just me being me and Mendito.
Miss
A house of
Independent.
I think a house of two, where Mendito would be with his dad and I'd be like just a house of one, like a lot of times two, to now like a house of 5. It's kind of nice because I, you know, obviously not having any more kids of my own, but also like I kind of maybe made that decision because of the trauma that I went through, and I just like said I'm not gonna have like another chance to be like a girl mom or anything, and just kind of like being able to spend time with your kids is like super fun, where I'm like I'm not their mom, but also just we're getting to go to movies, we're doing certain things, and it's fun and cool with, you know,
and you get
their
to scratch
too.
that itch, or like being able to like do my daughter's hair and stuff, like little stuff like that too. It's
been
cool.
Sweet, just hanging out with her.
Yeah, just chilling.
Just like everything is just like happening like how it should, and it's like nothing's forced.
Yeah, it's a healthy relationship with their mom. It's everything's chilling.
I won't really talk too much about my son's dad. I mean, obviously, like you guys already know how that situation is. You haven't met him.
Yeah,
and
not because I didn't want to or anything. By the way, this
like
is a makeup brush, but
yeah, it's been offered to him on multiple times. But men have egos. Men are stubborn, and all I care about right now is that he's there for his son. If he doesn't want to like meet the person that I've been spending time with, the person who's now also living with his son, that's his decision ultimately. But I mean, hasn't been any drama like between you guys. It's just been like him and I, and I'm dealing with that like separately. I don't want like to drag him into it.
I'm like, is there any red flags? What are her red flags? Honestly, being famous on the internet. Because let me tell you what, guys. Before this, I was not into doing anything like this. Honestly, I don't make my own content, so I was kind of nervous about that. I don't know if it's a red flag, but it was like... Ooh,
that's why I didn't want you to know that I did this. I honestly... I had a lot of guys try to talk to me, try to get at me because of who I am on social media, or maybe as a way to like get their social media up, like other like influencers or just like people. And I'm very intuitive, so I could already see their intentions. And I really wanted you to kind of just get to know me for me, not like base anything off my social media. But I still feel like even though you know I did my social media, like you were super interested in like who I am, and like you peeled back those layers, and like literally my social media is like you were just like look at it like that's what you do for work.
Yeah, it's
point
work.
Blank period. Like
yeah, it's cool.
That's fine.
And I think it's actually really fun. This type of thing is cool now.
It's fun. Like you get to see like the
It's
and
cool to
he's
see.
so supportive, you guys. Like he's not like, why are you posting that on your story? Yeah. Why are you posting your glute pump and your chi-chis on your story? Or like, why are you on your phone so much? Like you're just like supportive. You're like, oh, let me get a picture of you. Let me record this. Yeah, we can do this video. Like, oh, I think this would be a cool idea that you do. And you always tell me like, oh, it's so cool. Or he'll be like, oh, look, babe, like you got another 1,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he likes every single one of my stories, every single one of my posts.
Yeah, I mean, try to be one of the first ones to comment.
Yeah.
Try to be.
You're not insecure about anything. You're a very secure person. Yeah. Like you're very self-assured.
For sure. It comes up.
And you have a lot of self-respect for yourself.
Yeah.
Which a lot of guys these days don't have like very good standards for their partner. They're like just want a pretty face and a nice body, and they don't care about what's in here and what's in here. Where he respects himself a lot, and he has very high standards where he really cared about everything. Mm-hmm. And me too, like, you know, obviously you're handsome and stuff, but like I was all, are you emotionally mature? Can we have these super deep conversations? Where's your mindset at? What's your goals at? Like all these things. That's why I kind of maybe like drilled you in the beginning. That's because I wanted to like see where you're
And I think one thing that was especially important for me is just emotional availability. You know what I mean? It's like being open to talk about things that like,
and it can be scary.
It is super scary.
To put your heart on the line.
Yeah, I see a lot of comments over there that I could too, with a lot of you guys talking about like, I hope this is me one day and stuff like that, which I hope it's you as well, first off. So we love you guys. But also, if you're having a hard time, some of the things that we're talking about, try it. You know what I mean? Worst case scenario, again, you're in the same place you were a week ago. You know, but
take emotional risks. It's okay.
Don't fall for a lot of these like online like relationship coaches and like
they're giving
these
you
silly
advice to
games.
Keep you single.
Yeah,
it's games. It's just games.
It's super silly. Like, you know, the thing that makes you interesting is your personality. It's what you like to do. It's your availability to feel. That's the thing that's gonna get someone that actually cares about you.
Because a lot of social media advice for women is act like you don't care so that he'll care more. You can't show too much emotion. He has to do XYZ. He has to do all this. But it's like, just be honest with yourself. If you're liking him, tell him.
That's great.
Men are not.
Don't hide it.
Like,
don't make him find out. Don't make him dig and like figure it out like he's a detective. You know, like don't just can't say
like,
what's up.
It's okay. And I was like, I like you.
Yeah.
I was like, I like you. And then that was it. Yeah. And then I think that made space for you to be more available with me, and then we just couldn't get away from each other at that point. Like, and
there was nothing to hide from, and I think that's the biggest thing, right?
We weren't scared.
If you just go into it as like in the fresh start of it with full open arms and just full emotional availability and understanding that it might not work out, even it probably won't work out.
Yeah.
Who cares? You can get all the shit out of the way that is bad, that you would be scared of. You know, if you're nervous...
Wouldn't you want to find out
find out right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, if there's any like a theme to this video, it's like, move fast. Move fast. And worst case scenario, it sucks. And you're doing the same thing you were doing, you know? Like,
yeah, why prolong a breakup?
Like, what's the point?
I let him meet my parents pretty quickly. I met your parents pretty quickly. We slowly integrated the kids in like public settings with like other kids around. Like we did that part, I guess, kind of quick. I always told myself I wouldn't let someone meet Mendito until I was with them for like 6 months to a year. But I was like, why am I going to waste my time? Let me actually make sure that my son likes this person. Let me see how he's going to interact around my son. And I just told my son, oh, this is a friend. This is, you know, so-and-so's dad. We're going to hang out and let me see how they interact, because imagine I'm with this person 6 months for a year and then he's rude to my son. Since we've brought our kids around, we're making sure that our parenting styles align. Because if we're gonna be all in a household one day, we have to make sure that aligns.
There's gonna be times where it's
there's times where I like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of a strict parent. I'm not a gentle parent. And luckily our parenting style is very similar. He runs a tighter program than I do, but I just
Daddy runs a tight ship.
Yeah, Daddy's strict. I'm always like, damn, Daddy's strict. But I think that's just like the dad versus mom thing too. Like, I'm more like soft and gentle, and he's like the fucking army sergeant sometimes. But our kids are crazy. They need it. They need a lot of structure. What I was getting at is, yes, from the outside looking in, it can look like we're moving so fast. But honestly, like I've waited my whole life to meet someone like him. So I feel like we're not moving fast enough sometimes, and it's exactly how it should be. And when you meet the right person, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters with the right person. Every single dating advice, everything you've ever seen online, everything you've ever thought, none of it fucking matters with the right person. Yeah. You cannot fuck up with the right person. There's nothing you can do to fuck up two people that are supposed to be together.
And the only way you're going to find out if it's the right person is if you just start moving. And you don't get scared about how they feel or anything like that in the beginning, especially. Like, you just got to get it out of the way. Because you might align on more than you think. And then you'll be making a YouTube video talking about how you're moving in after 3 months.
2 months official.
2.5, yeah.
3 months knowing. 3 months since we met.
Yeah.
feel like we've been together for a lifetime.
Yeah, it feels pretty regular. It feels normal. It doesn't feel like I'm really changing anything. It's cool. We're just kind of dwelling here now. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
So yeah, that's us essentially. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on how you guys like today's video, and hope to see you guys in our next vlog/video.